Religious leaders in Waukesha are coming together as we learn new details about now the youngest victim from Sunday's parade incident.
This gentleman does not follow rules very well. Orders of the court, orders of society.
And the man accused of driving through the parade appears in court facing a multi-million-dollar bail and another possible homicide charge. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10.
Well, this 8-year-old boy is now the 6th person to die after being hit with an SUV during a Christmas parade in Waukesha on Sunday night.
Jackson Sparks and his 12-year-old brother were both seriously hurt after a driver plowed through the route and those in the crowd. The Sparks family is asking for privacy, but released a statement tonight through Life Point Church saying they appreciate the continued prayers and outpouring of support. Children's Wisconsin says it's still caring for 13 other children. 6 are still in critical condition.
Now, 5 other people who were hit have died, ranging in age from 52 to 81. And we are seeing tremendous amounts of support for all of the victims and their families.
As our Brad Hamilton explains, that's a message faith leaders in downtown Waukesha don't want to see vanish anytime soon.
48 hours after tragedy struck Waukesha, this community continues to come together as one tonight. On Sunday, the annual Waukesha Christmas parade turned tragic when a red SUV plowed through an innocent crowd of people.
It's been horrific, but we know that there's strength in unity.
Tonight, the Jewish community of Waukesha hosted their One Community, One Heart event to honor all affected by this horrific scenario.
Waukesha is a community of unity. It's a community where people come together. And the Jewish community is no different.
Several leaders from different religions and families throughout the community came to support the setting of a 12-foot menorah, which was dedicated to honor those impacted by Sunday's tragedy. Levi Steen, who helped put this event together tonight, shared why it was so important to come together.
This is way beyond any particular view. This is not political. This is human. And we're coming together.
One community, one heart, one purpose, to never forget and to honor their fellow neighbors whose lives were forever changed on Sunday night. Reporting in Waukesha, Brett Hamilton, News 3 Now.
If you would like to donate to the victims and their families, we have links to multiple verified GoFundMe pages and to the United for Waukesha Community Fund on our website, channel3000.com.
And we're also learning more tonight about the man accused of driving that SUV through the parade. 39-year-old Darrell Brooks appeared in court today for the first time. New court documents filed as part of that appearance make it clear the police at the scene of the parade felt Brooks intentionally tried to hit as many people as possible, and ultimately the court commissioner decided to grant him a $5 million bond, saying the nature of the offense is shocking.
On several occasions, he was told to stop by police officers. They risked their own safety to try and step in front of the car to stop him. Everything was done to get him to stop, and he just simply continued down the roadway, causing death and destruction in his path.
Again, Brooks already facing 5 first-degree intentional homicide charges, but prosecutors do say they will add another homicide charge for that child who died. And as we sort through everything that led to Brooks' arrest, a lot of people are asking why he was free at all. Brooks, with a long criminal history dating to 1999, the Milwaukee County DA has already said the $1,000 cash bail they set for him earlier this month was too low. So what is the right bail? Investigative reporter Naomi Cole spoke with criminal law experts and dug into that today, and we have that full story available right now on our website.
Hands up! Put your hands where I can see them! Hands up! 26, 500 block Elizabeth, 126. Hey, do you know this guy? Absolutely not. Okay.
New video today shows us the moment Darrell Brooks was arrested by Waukesha police. Daniel Ryder is sharing Ring doorbell video from his house, which was just half a mile from the parade route. Ryder says he was watching football when Brooks rang his doorbell, claiming he was homeless and asking to use his phone to call an Uber. Ryder says he didn't know at the time what had happened at the parade.
Keep in mind, the whole time, he had my phone, so my shelter in place and a suspect on the loose messages, I wasn't seeing them. And if they were sent before, I was watching the game, so I didn't see them. I had no idea anything had happened.
We've posted Ryder's entire Ring doorbell video on our website for you to watch. Just head to channel3000.com. And as we learn more about the victims, the community response, the suspect, and the charges he faces, be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for all of those updates.
To weather now, a live look at the Capitol from our Edgewater Sky Cam. Should be a bit milder tomorrow if you are hitting the road ahead of your Thanksgiving holiday. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti outside now with your certified most accurate forecast. Gary?
Eric, it's a little chilly out here, mainly because of the wind, but temperatures are up compared to this time yesterday. There's the live view again from the Edgewater Sky Cam, but Doppler track free of precipitation across Wisconsin tonight. Low temperatures this morning on the chilly side. Here in Madison, we dropped to 18. Janesville's at 19. Most areas of southern Wisconsin were in the upper teens to lower 20s. High temperatures today were in the lower to middle 40s. A few places out closer to the Mississippi River were in the upper 40s. Current temperatures are in the middle to upper 30s, but these temperatures have stayed nearly steady through the last, say, 5 or 6 hours. But with winds out of the south in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range, wind chills are dropping into the upper teens. And by tomorrow morning, temperatures will be about where they are now in the middle to upper 30s. We'll see cloudy skies tomorrow, but those winds out of the south will boost the high temperature up to 51 degrees. That's the good news. The bad news is colder weather's on the way for Thanksgiving, although the weather should be pretty quiet. I'll have more on just how cold it'll get in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. And if you are traveling this week for Thanksgiving, make sure you have our First Warn weather app. It is free and available in your app store.
Well, this is what the family of Parker Cruz has been looking at for months now. For 143 days, they have been out on the Wisconsin River using high-tech gear to search for Parker, who went missing in early July. Our Anna Hansen joined Parker's mother on the river today to learn about their ongoing search and the appreciation his family has for those helping along the way.
The cold just isn't a problem for Jackie Johnson Cruz. Donning many layers, Johnson Cruz spends hours each week in a boat loaned to her by a local man, scouring the bottom of the Wisconsin River with a high-tech scanner given to her for free, searching for any remnant of her 22-year-old son.
At this point, this far out, we don't know what to expect to find when we find Parker, but supposedly we'll know it when we see him.
Parker Cruz went missing in the river on July 3rd, falling into the water while trying to help a boater in distress. His mother says this act of courage was perfectly in line with his character.
He was always helping people, and he's the kind of person he was. He was just always willing to help somebody.
The local fire department spent about a week searching, but eventually needed to move on. Johnson Cruz and her sisters stepped up to the plate, learning to navigate the waters Parker disappeared in.
We were searching every day up until I had to go back to work on at the November 1st, basically. We just come out when we can.
It's her hope that her efforts on the water will eventually help others.
This isn't going to be the last tragedy that happens in the Wisconsin River, and with this, with what we've learned from this, we hope to, be able to help another family in need.
Regardless of the weather, Johnson Cruz says she'll be on the river every chance she gets until she brings Parker home.
We're just going to be out as long as we can. We're not going to give up on Parker.
In Spring Green, Anna Hansen, News 3 Now.
The Cruz family is asking anyone who can donate sonar equipment or do anything to help to join their Facebook page called Parker's Promise.
New at 10, a Fond du Lac cold case getting a little warmer, or a bit warmer, 13 years to the day after hunters discovered Jane Doe's body in a frozen creek. This was the town of Ashford. Officials have now released her name, identifying her as Amy Marie Yeary. She would have been 18 years old when she died in 2008.
She was positively identified using 3 different means: comparison of DNA from her mother, comparison of DNA from her sister, and a comparison of dental x-rays.
The sheriff says Yeary was a victim of sex trafficking, spending time in Milwaukee, Chicago, and Beloit. They are still trying to piece together how she was killed and why her body was taken up north.
A family attorney says Brian Laundrie died by suicide from a gunshot wound to the head. Laundrie vanished days after his fiancée, Gabby Petito, went missing on a cross-country road trip. His remains were found last month in Florida. Petito's body was recovered in September in Wyoming. Her death was ruled a homicide by strangulation. Laundrie was considered a person of interest, but never charged with Petito's death.
Next tonight, organizers of 2017's deadly Unite the Right rally will pay more than $25 million in damages to the victims.
This comes after a jury found the group of white nationalists responsible for the violence in Charlottesville, Virginia. The civil trial lasted nearly a month. This week, the jury was deadlocked on 2 claims, but found the 24 defendants were liable for the death of 1 woman and injuries to another 19 people.
Verdict today is a message that this country does not tolerate violence based on racial and religious hatred in any form.
The 2017 rally was organized to protest the removal of a Robert E. Lee statue in the city. The defendant's attorneys say they will file a motion to reduce the damages.
And we could get a verdict later this week in the Ahmaud Arbery, a murder case. The fate of 3 men charged with killing Arbery early last year, now in the hands of a jury. The defense maintains the men were trying to make a citizen's arrest. Outside the courthouse today, Arbery's mother expressed confidence in the predominantly white jury.
Still ahead at 10, Dane County's mask mandate is hanging around into the new year.
And the president working to lower the price at the pump. How soon you might see a difference. That story after a short break.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Gruber Law Offices has been fighting and winning for people injured by big trucks for more than 30 years. One call, that's all.
Hey guys.
Hey Dad.
You ready?
This holiday, US Cellular is doing a little something extra to keep everyone connected. Right now, choose any phone from any brand at any of our stores for free. Plus, save big with unlimited data for our best price of the season, just $30 a month. Now that's a deal to cheer about. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
One of our biggest sales of the year, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories. Give your home that special touch. Plus, totally free shipping. Huge store-wide savings at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. And for better sleep, come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions and see how easy it is now to shop for a mattress.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold.
If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Unlike other cold medicines, Coracetin provides powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure. Be there for life's best moments with Coracetin, now in sugar-free liquid.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. There are specific rules and regulations that apply, and we know what it takes to win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Kick off your Thanksgiving with a pre-feast workout for a good cause. We'll give you all the details for this year's Madison Turkey Trot and answer our question of the day for your last chance to win these.
And we continue to talk about your Thanksgiving travel. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
But right now, I will do what needs to be done to reduce the price you pay at the pump.
Well, all of us know gas prices are high, but in Los Angeles, they are the highest in the country. Some prices inching toward $5.50 a gallon.
President Biden says that could soon change after he announced today the release of 50 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. But as Christina Laurie explains, we might not feel those savings ahead of this week's holiday rush.
More than 1 million people are traveling 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving week in Wisconsin. And if you haven't left home just yet...
No, there's really no best time to go. There's a best time not to go.
Wednesday afternoon, especially around Milwaukee and Chicago.
The real reason the prices are so high right now is just because there's an imbalance between supply and demand.
More drivers on the roads means higher prices at the pump, which is why President Biden announced the release of 50 million barrels of oil from the Petroleum Reserve. A strategic move.
We all hope that the prices will go down, but again, there's no guarantee that actually will happen.
And it might be too little too late. Gas Buddy predicts prices will hold steady before falling 5 to 15 cents a gallon within weeks. Earlier this week, gas was averaging $3.40 a gallon, $1.30 more than last Thanksgiving. But not enough to change travel plans.
There's no one day, in between like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday that's really going to be markedly less congested.
Although other concerns might do the trick.
It's just really at that point, whatever is most convenient for you and how long you want to stay and visit with your family.
In Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
Next at 10, 3 weeks after saying the current mask mandate would be the last for now, well, Public Health says people in Dane County will need to keep their masks on through New Year's. The current order was set to end this Saturday, but a new order will begin this weekend and run until January 3rd. The new mandate says if you are inside with people who are fully vaccinated, you can ditch the mask. Public Health's director says rising cases, especially among children, were just too high to ignore.
Right now, we're unable to determine what our current pace of vaccination is. I think where we want to see is having that full immunity by vaccine conferred to our youngest kiddos and to see the impact of that on our total population.
Heinrich says we don't need to eliminate COVID in Dane County to get rid of a mask order, but she says we need to be in a spot where schools, hospitals, and public health can manage. The Oregon School District is making plans to drop masks for some students early next year. Last night, the board agreed masks will be strongly encouraged, but not mandatory for grades 7 through 12 beginning January 10th. Kindergarten through 6th grade students will follow suit 2 weeks later.
Meanwhile, new COVID cases in Wisconsin are at levels we haven't seen since before vaccines were available. More than 4,200 cases were reported over the past day. That is the most of the single day since last December. The percent positive over the past 7 days also sits above 11%. Germany about to implement some of the most strict COVID rules on the planet. Beginning tomorrow, workers in the country will need to provide proof of vaccination or a negative test. If they don't, they might not get paid. A new law approved last week gives employers the right to deny pay to anyone not following those rules. Right now, Germany is facing a 4th wave of new infections.
Opening weekend of the annual gun deer hunt in Wisconsin was down this year compared to last. The DNR says hunters shot more than 85,000 deer. That is about 14,000 fewer than the first 2 days in 2020. In Dane County, 942 deer were harvested. Officials say they responded to 3 reported shootings over the weekend. None of those was deadly. In more local news, we hear it before each holiday season. Buy local if you can. Today, businesses in our area kicked off their annual effort. Dane Buy Local invited people to Sun Prairie, where they talked about the 12th year of their Shop Local initiative. And a reminder, this Saturday is Small Business Saturday.
And Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti back with your certified most accurate forecast as we all look to the holiday. Gary?
Well, tomorrow should be a mild day. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for high temperatures to jump up into the lower 50s as these strong southerly winds will continue overnight through much of the day tomorrow. And with temperatures staying in the mid to upper 30s overnight, that'll give us a good head start on getting temperatures up into the lower 50s. But the winds shift around to the northwest by sometime early tomorrow evening. We'll see high temperatures drop back into the lower 30s for Thanksgiving Day and for Friday. But dry weather will be with us pretty much through the holiday weekend and through much of next week. Over the next 10 days, you can see that high temperature of 51, well above the average high of 41, but then the highs of 32 or 33 and 32 for Thursday and Friday, about the same amount below the average high temperature. We'll be pretty close close to normal through the weekend and early parts of next week, and maybe a little bit of a warming trend toward the end of next week, with some rain in the forecast by Friday of next week. And it'll be rain because temperatures will be warm enough for that. For those traveling in future track, you can see 6 p.m. tomorrow, clouds here are starting at 6 p.m. tonight, and then going into tomorrow. You can see those winds out of the south. Lots of cloud cover, but again, those winds out of the south getting temperatures up into the lower 50s. The cold front right out to our west by 6 p.m. That'll shift winds around to the northwest, and that will allow the colder air to move in for Thanksgiving Day. But you can see to the east, there'll be some rain showers from, say, the lower lakes all the way down into Texas. We've been showing that over the last couple of days. That's probably where the most of the inclement weather will be, and maybe some lake effect snows on the downwind side of some of the Great Lakes as that colder air starts to push through, and that will move eastward into New England as we head into Friday. But you can see much of the rest of the country free of precipitation. Those traveling back this weekend, not seeing a lot in the way of active weather. Maybe some showers or a thunderstorm down in Texas. Some lake effect snows, a possibility toward the end of the weekend out to the east. The next weather system ready to move on shore in the Pacific Northwest, but that'll be the early part of next week. Doppler track tonight, quiet across Wisconsin. Things very quiet across the upper Midwest. Not much in the way of precipitation. High temperatures today, 40s here, but notice Des Moines, Iowa at 60, Omaha, Nebraska 67, temperatures in the 70s across Kansas. So very mild weather to our south and west. Now we're not going to get quite that warm thanks to the cloud cover, but as long as our upper level winds stay out of the southwest, that will warm us up, especially as we head into tomorrow. And in fact, there's a warm front pushing into southern Wisconsin, on the other side of which temperatures are even a couple degrees warmer. So expect those temperatures to stay nearly steady overnight and then start rising again tomorrow morning, and look for a high temperature of 51 by tomorrow afternoon thanks to those brisk southerly winds. But as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, we drop back to 33. That'll probably be early in the day on Thanksgiving with nearly steady temperatures, an outside chance of an early morning snow flurry, and then temperatures rebound back into the upper 30s for the weekend, lower 40s early next week, a brief cool down midweek, and then we'll see some rain shower chances by the end of the week with temperatures still in the 40s.
The latest college football playoff rankings are out, and after earning their 7th straight win over the weekend, Wisconsin is moving up. That's coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Keep your home and family warm and cozy this winter with a new degree of comfort from your local Rheem contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
We're back at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison
for a big drawing.
Let's go down to Tina.
Hey guys, we're here for the drawing of the brand new car, and there sure are a lot of anxious people waiting to see if they've won.
And the winner is Alan Jordan.
Yes! Congratulations!
Marie, baby, we won. We'll get rid of the old beater your dad gave us. Marie! Looks like Dad's gonna get the old beater back.
Yeah, right?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
This Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. America's best-selling trucks are here, and capable SUVs are rolling out. Get great offers on the Ford that's right for you, like Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV, and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. So this Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash on Ford F-150. See your local Ford dealer today.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
Shop the Black Friday sale at Grand Appliance for deals like this Amana top-load washer for just $4.98. This GE convection gas range with air fry for just $8.48. Or this Samsung 28 cubic foot French door for just $14.98. That's not all. Save up to $1,000 more exclusively at Grand Appliance with select purchases of our most popular brands. Don't miss this sale at Grand Appliance. Appliance experts since 1930.
We all love reading the magazine, but did you know there's additional exclusive Madison Magazine content here on channel3000.com? Click on Madison Magazine for timely food stories and blogs on the local food scene that don't appear in the magazine. Find arts and entertainment and interesting Madisonians. There are featured columnists and online extras like photo galleries and videos. Channel 3000 and Madison Magazine. Together, they're your one source for all things Madison.
Is your home giving you the cold shoulder? Fight back with a new energy-saving furnace from your local Rheem contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
Wisconsin football is on the move once again. The Badgers are up in the college football playoff rankings to number 14 as they get ready for the regular season finale with Minnesota on Saturday. Also included in the CFP rankings are 5 other Big Ten teams. 2 of them are hanging out in the top 5. Ohio State and Michigan, followed up by Michigan State. Wisconsin and Iowa is coming in at number 16. And of course, don't forget to check out this week's Badger Blueprint with sports director Zach Hanley and Wisconsin State journalist Jim Polzine. They'll look at the Badgers' win over Nebraska and preview Axe Week with Minnesota. That's tomorrow at 10. Wisconsin is taking over the Maui Invitational. A come-from-behind win which handed Texas A&M its first loss of the season earned the Badgers a spot in the semifinals against another undefeated squad. 12th-ranked Houston. Well, Wisconsin's carrying yesterday's momentum into this game, especially Johnny Davis, shooting lights out in the first half. That helps the Badgers open the game on a 13-0 run. At halftime, Wisconsin is up by 20 points, but Houston is able to cut into that lead during the second half. They even get within 2 later on in the game, but the Badgers put it away as Davis has another career day, this time 30 points. Now they're going to face St. Mary's in tomorrow's championship. There's no denying it's been a tough stretch for Wisconsin men's hockey. A 5-game skid, and 4 of their last 5 series have been against top 15 teams. So the timing works out kind of perfectly. Badgers return to the Kohl Center this weekend. It's a chance to turn things around on their home ice in front of their fans, and really, as Tony Granato puts it, an opportunity to get some much-needed team confidence.
I'm trying to look at this week as, again, an opportunity. When things are going well, you know, if things are all good, you just keep going and you hope you keep your momentum going. When things go bad, you have to look at it as an opportunity to realize, okay, how are we going to adjust to this? How are our players going to grow through this? So if we have to deal with it again, they're better prepared for it. So that's the way we're trying to focus on where we're at right now.
As injuries continue to pile up for Green Bay, the team is really showing off their next man up motto, and one instance could be seen on Sunday at tight end. Josiah DeGuara has seen some playing time this season, but with Robert Tonyan out with a torn ACL, DeGuara is becoming more of a focal point on offense. On Sunday, DeGuara hauled in a spectacular pass from Aaron Rodgers that ended up being his first career touchdown.
He was relentless, and I mean, you talk about playing to the echo of the whistle. That's what you saw, and you saw toughness. Unbelievable play by Aaron. Great job, you know, escaping the pocket to his left and throwing an absolute dime to Josiah, and Josiah, for his ability to finish that catch, was big time.
Packers return to Lambeau Field this Sunday to host the LA Rams. Kickoff is set for 3:25. We'll be right back.
Over these past months, we've all experienced changes and a great deal of reflection. But here's a change you can truly be excited about. Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, permanently removes the fat from your stomach, hips and thighs, and back.
I walked past mirrors. I didn't want to see any of that. I can't even tell you how excited I am about Sono Bello and what they've done for me.
I'm just living my best life now because I'm being the best that I can be.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Plus, get $250 off instantly. You deserve to do something for you. Call 1-888-512-1753 or go to sonobello.com now.
This Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. America's best-selling trucks are here and capable SUVs are rolling out. Get great offers on the Ford that's right for you, like Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV, and Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. So this Black Friday, get holiday ready with Ford. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash on Ford F-150. See your local Ford dealer today.
This is Dave. He thought he'd save money by getting internet from one company and TV from, well, from multiple providers. You see, Dave and his wife watch live TV, Ella her favorite kid shows, and Henry loves sports. It was costing Dave a lot. So Dave switched to Spectrum. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 per month each. Call 833-985-4499. Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits includes a free modem and free online security software. And Spectrum TV with over 125 channels includes live local news and regional sports and up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Plus, with the free Spectrum TV app, everyone can stream on their devices anywhere. So now Dave has one bill, one provider, no contracts, and is saving a ton. Be like Dave. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 per month each. Call 833-985-4499 or visit spectrum.com.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Feed any appetite when you take and bake a large Big Murphy stuffed pizza. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold. If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Unlike other cold medicines, Coracetin provides powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure. Be there for life's best moments with Coracetin, now in sugar-free liquid.
A fitness trainer gives hope to people in the fight of their lives. Wednesday at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
The folks at Epic looking to squash hunger this week with a food drive by using squash. Staff brought in donations for local food pantries today, and in return could pick up a butternut squash and raffle tickets. 7,000 locally grown squashes were brought in for that event. Great event and great thing to be thinking about this time of the year. Lots to be thankful for.
And here's Gary with a final check of our forecast.
Yeah, I'm not a big squash guy, but I kind of like it this kind of time of year. It's just good timing and goes along with turkey and everything else. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam downtown Madison. Not much going on other than it's breezy out there. Temperatures right now are in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. These temperatures will hold nearly steady overnight, but you factor in those brisk southerly winds and wind chills right now are in the upper 20s to the lower 30s. So about 10 degrees colder than the temperature. Look for temperatures to hold nearly steady overnight. Tomorrow's high temperature at 51. We'll see a wind shift sometime tomorrow evening as a cold front comes through. That drops the high to 33 on Thanksgiving, and that'll probably be early in the day with temperatures holding nearly steady, maybe a few flurries in the morning, and then a brief warm up for the weekend, a brief cool down midweek, and then some rain showers toward the end of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you, and thank you for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we will see you back here tomorrow.